The labor strikes took place in Washington for 6 days on February 1919. It pitted industrial workers, which they demanded, and economies who rejected unions and communists. The 1919 Seattle General Strike, laborers joined strikes for higher wages and rising power prices. Unions were being voted to end the weakenings that they had at this time period. The newspaper had collection and pro and anti positions. This all happened due to the strikes that they had occurred in this time. This all happened because they wanted to make this all a grievance to many others. Everybody in the city who practiced the same profession agreed to set the time, wages, and prices all at this time period. At this time period was union workers who stopped coming to work. Many businesses were shutting down and were losing their jobs. The longer the strikes would last, the more money the employers working would end up losing and being behind bills and taxes. Some unions thought that building a war chest would help with funds to pay striking workers, but it was not that useful as they had thought it was going to be. In order for a strike to have occurred, the leadership had to be called out for a strike action. Some strikes were shut down because they had to have producers who had agreed to recognize unions and its most demands. Later on time, many laborers were gained during World War. Labor members fell from 3.5 million. The number of striking workers would not be matched until the Depression year of later in the time. Many police officers in Seattle went on strike for many days, and there was about 350,000 steel workers and craft unions which were separated as part of the industry. Companies would pay them a 12-hour wage for 8 hours of work. There was 400,000 miners and more until the Depression year that they had the total of labor strike workers.